Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I'm starting it off with some really cool news from Link2. They have acquired Trustline. Check this out.
Link2 acquired the XRPL grant winner Trustline. This strategic move will help accelerate Link2's mission of making private investing simple while trailblazing a path for private equity securities on the blockchain. I'm stoked to see CEO of Trustline, now colleague, Matt Rosenden's hard work pay off. Attaboy, Matt, let's get it, baby. Trustline is also building a DeFi protocol that enables its users to issue stablecoins and participate in over-collateralized lending markets. The temperature's heating up for Link2 in the XRPL community. Don't miss out on our presentation of our newest innovation at the upcoming Finovate Expo in September in New York.
Link2 is doing a presentation at this Finovate. Look who else is going to be up there. James Wallace, VP of Central Bank Engagements from Ripple. And then if you look under the demos section, you can, well, did I not look in the right place? Yeah, 2022 demos. You can see there's some names you would recognize. Bakkt is doing one. Let's see who else. NYDIG, I think that's the company that Chris Larson said where he sent his XRP to have it stored with them, as I recall. And I think I missed Link2. It was in the list. I saw it earlier. Well, there it is. So yeah. Okay. Now what's interesting is let me make sure. Okay. What's interesting, what I think about when I see that announcement from Link2, they just acquired somebody right here in this pullback everybody's been having. That's bullish to me. Link2, Ripple, and Uphold are my three largest holdings on the platform, and Link2 I really like, but right now they're fully subscribed. I don't know if they're putting more of it back on there or not. That makes last time it was up there, it was at $4. It's not showing any price right now, but anyway, there's a link in the top of the description for Link2. And if you decide to go check them out and sign up, they are one of my sponsors. If you decide to go sign up, click on my link and tell them DAI sent you. Send them a message. Now, here's the crypto markets on coinpaprika.com, which is my favorite coin site that aggregates the prices and all. Look what's down the most for the last 24 hours, Quant. So the digital asset investor went in and bought more Quant this morning when I saw this. I don't buy the things that are doing the best on the day. I buy the things that are doing the worst on the day. That's how I roll. Now, check this out. I like this tweet from eGrag Crypto. XRP monthly chart. Can you spot any similarities? Between the current pattern and the previous price pattern? 3 red monthly candles. The 4th candle is green and the 5th is in the red. And I think I've got the wrong. I think this is not the one I was going to show you. I don't think it's this one. We're having high conviction that XRP Mega Pump is coming, but timing is a real challenge. XRP next chart will amaze you like it did amaze us. We did 2 scenarios. The result was amazing. Scenario 1 and 2, fast and slow pump. History will always rhyme. I like the sound of that. I hope they're right. Okay, I found a Christian Carlo, who used to be the CFTC chairman. He was being interviewed by this guy. I don't remember. I'll have to check at what this thing was called. I didn't put it in here. Listen to what he said. I found 4 great clips of Christian Carlo. Listen to this.
Internet of value, we're going to have these protocols. And so they have value. The value is in the network. The value is in...
The value's in the protocol. Remember that? That was Glenn Hutchins that said that.
When we trade the tokens, in the same way we trade shares of Tesla, we're basically taking a view onto that digital future, right?
All right, something I wanted to mention here. First of all, he's an attorney now with Wilkie, Farr, and Gallagher, which represents Ripple. He never mentions XRP in public. He won't even talk about Ripple. In fact, I met him when I was at Bitcoin Miami. Extremely nice guy. He's a gentleman, and he said point blank, he knew who I was. He said, I can't talk about Ripple and XRP, but we can talk about everything else. It's kind of like that. There's a reason for this, folks. There's a reason. There's NDAs out the wazoo on Ripple and XRP. Okay, and then now we're starting to see the same BS again. Shibu, this is from CoinDesk. Shibu Inu and Dogecoin surge along with broader rally in crypto markets, which was driven by return of risk-on behavior. And I said, oh, brother, here we go again. And then listen to this clip from Chris Giancarlo.
But the future of money, the future of value, the future of financial services is in networks, just as the future of everything else that we've learned over the last 30 years is in the values on the network. And I tell people all the time when they come to me and said, I just heard about this great new crypto, whatever coin. What do you
Dogecoin, Shiba Inu.
And I say, well, I really don't know anything about it, but I'll tell you what, if there's not value in the underlying protocol, if you don't think that protocol is going to stand the test of time and have the potential to be one of the 30 or 40 protocols that will eventually power an internet of value around.
Remember when Brad Garlinghouse said there will be a score of these left? And many times in the past he said that 99% of these will go to zero. I think that we're watching the government engineer a lot of these going to zero.
World, then it's just for speculation purposes. And maybe next month it'll be up and maybe it's worth, but I wouldn't place a long-term bet on it.
That's what the digital asset investors into, is the long-term bets. All this other stuff is temporary BS, in my opinion.
We're going to see real hardship around the world. The UN is saying we're looking at hundreds of million people maybe in starvation. Jamie Dimon has said a hurricane is coming. I think it's a force 5 tsunami. I think it's going to do a lot of destruction. But creative destruction, right? We need to destroy a lot of flawed models, a lot of flawed thinking, a lot of flawed policy responses. Once we get through that, I have no doubt the future of finance will be digital, will be networked. We're going to see.
That makes you think, doesn't it? Then there was this clip right here, and I think he's saying that Gary Gensler will be washed out.
We'll keep building out the infrastructure. We'll weather the storms that are coming. We'll get to the other side. A lot of the policy mistakes and the people responsible for that will wash out. We'll get to the other side. Younger thinking will come into play. A generation that's grown up on a network will come into government, regulatory bodies, policy makers across the globe. They'll have a greater affinity to this. They'll think less defensively about the status quo and more offensively of how do we use this technology to advance.
All right, I like the sound of that. Now look what ProCoin News House. Now we showed you something yesterday where Goldman Sachs says XRP is a currency, and here they did an article that said brand new Wells Fargo report classifies XRP as a currency. So there you go, and that's ProCoinNews.com, who is the official sponsor of the Digital Asset Investor channel. The official sponsor of the Digital Asset Investor Hunting and Fishing Club. You'll forgive me, it's Monday. Hunting season starts soon, by the way. Check this out. This is about ISO 222 migration timeline. Watch this from Lloyd's Bank. I'll talk some over
for Lloyd's
because of the
Bank, there's
music.
two key sets of dates. 2022, the Target 2 migration will go live when over one weekend we go from MT messages on the Friday to MX messages on the Monday. A big bang approach. And at the same time, the whole industry will begin the CBPR Plus migration from MT to MX, which is really key because that is when we have to start receiving ISO messages. Lloyds Bank will also start sending ISO messages at that time, although that's obviously optional as part of the SWIFT rules. The second date is the revised Bank of England chapter migration, which will now be in April 2023. This will mean that for 5 months, between November 2022 and April 2023, where the UK local infrastructure will truncate any enhanced data sent into the UK. A request will be sent out by all UK chapter participants to their FI clients not to send enhanced data to UK beneficiaries during this period.
All right. I went out there for a second. I was thinking about something, and then I didn't think about the fact that the video had ended. I was thinking about something while that video was playing, and I just blanked out there for a second. James Phelan had sent this out last night, I believe. In a text-only order, Judge Netburn granted the Ripple defendant's motion to serve 2 subpoenas to authenticate videos of 7 SEC officials' public remarks and ignored the SEC's claims that defendants were trying to reopen fact discovery. In other words, the SEC did not even want to admit that public videos of SEC personnel, they didn't want to admit that those videos actually were SEC officials speaking. This is how ridiculous this has gotten, and I'm sure it just pissed the judge off. It pissed me off. Looks like Mike Novogratz and Galaxy have abandoned their plan to buy BitGo. I'm sure that has to do with the market. Now, Thinking Crypto is going to be interviewing Hester Pearson, wanted questions to ask, and I said, don't end the interview. One thing that I'm not talking about Thinking Crypto, I'm just talking about interviews in general. But one thing I'm sick of watching is people do these interviews and it's just the same old, and they don't really ask them questions that hold them to the fire, because we've seen enough now. It's time that these people, at a minimum, are forced to answer some real hard-hitting questions, because people are sick of what's going on. And so the days of playing nice and just saying, oh, just a ho-hum interview, I think those should be over. And again, I'm not talking about Thinking Crypto. I'm just talking about interviews in general, these things we see on CoinDesk and all, where it's just like, oh, come on. Ask them something that's real. Ask them something hard-hitting. So here was my question. I said, don't end the interview without playing the Ethereum disguised whales video and asking for her thoughts on why it was given a free pass. Does she believe it's important to know who they are? Does she believe what was described could be money laundering? Is anyone looking into it? Do we have a country left, Hester? How about that? Then there's this. Look at this. The Justice Department wanted the SEC's records on Ethereum since, this is from Stefan Huber, since May 2018 and 2020. The request was closed due to other reasons. Was there an internal investigation by the Justice Department into the SEC? Was that also a reason why everyone resigned later? Okay. You'll also see on here that Laura Shin had put a request through, and I don't know what this means, referral requested or what, but all of them are closed when you got media asking for all these things. They're asking about Bill Hinman. These are all Freedom of Information Act requests, but nothing comes of it. All right, I'm not going to play this video because it's got music over the top of it, but this is an exclusive that the Terra founder, Stable Kwan, did an interview. You need to go watch this. I think it's coming out Monday. I don't know if it's coming out today or what, but we'll see. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that Do Kwon has done an interview. I watched this little clip, and let me tell you what, if you watch clips of this guy before the collapse of Luna, he was one of the most arrogant people I've ever seen. And so whatever he's got coming his way, he deserves.